Welcome! I'm very excited to be here and chat with you about vocal placement, vocal resonance, and why having resonance strategy and control over your vocal placement matters. Now, I'm using quotations here for placement because this is not actually scientifically accurate. Obviously, we don't move our voice box around and place it in different areas of our body to get the sound that we want. This term placement is used in the voice world quite commonly though, and I choose to still use it because I think it does paint a good picture of the idea that we can place our vocal resonance and help our voice vibrate in different areas of our body depending what type of vocal tone we want and what color we're going for. So obviously that's very important as a singer to have control over where your voice resonates, because if it resonates in our chest, we're going to get a very different tonal quality than if we choose to have it resonate in our head voice. Most of us have current strengths and weaknesses. It's very easy for me to access my head voice or my mixed voice because I talk in these all the time. Don't talk down here so much, so this is harder for me to find. You might have the opposite problem. Maybe you talk in your chest voice all the time, but not in your head voice. So I'll just go through each of the common resonating areas, give you some ideas of how to access them. And then I'm going to give you a challenging exercise at the end that can help you control the flips between the different resonating areas. Okay, so first up, let's talk about our head voice. Now, a lot of our singing does resonate in the cavities within our heads. Sometimes if you really get up there, you might even feel different bones vibrating in your skull. I certainly have. Not so much nowadays anymore, but when you're singing classical or opera, you really start to get some head voice resonance if you're a soprano. Also, when you're singing in your head voice, you almost always are using some kind of pharyngeal resonance mixed in with that to give you more clarity of tone and to give you more control over the power and strength that you want to bring into your voice, because head voice by itself can be quite weak sounding. If you're a pop singer, you probably use head voice more often because you have a mic to amplify. If you're music theater, definitely. If you're classical, any other kinds of genres, you usually are using some type of pharyngeal resonance. And then the third most common kind is chest resonance, when we get our voice resonating in our chest. So to explore your head voice, the easiest way to find this pure head voice is just to toss up some oohs, pretend you're an owl, soft and gentle. This will work if you're a guy also. Just toss it up there high as you can. I would say for me, this kind of lands center of my head and I'm feeling the lift here in my soft palate and I'm just really keeping it balanced in the center of my head. Everyone's going to experience these sensations in a different way, but if you're a visual learner, it can help to think of centering this in your head as you toss it up. Woo! Woo! All right, and then if you're looking to access pharyngeal resonance, which is closer to the front of your face, right in the pharyngeal cavity here, if you're looking to access that pharyngeal resonance, a great way to feel this can be getting a really buzzy hum and feel it close to the front of your face. Really send that energy forward. Many people are going to feel a buzzing in the front of their face, maybe even behind the lips. It might tickle a little bit. That's perfectly normal. If you don't feel it, you can still work on bringing that energy forward and you'll hear the sound has more of a ring when I release it. Whereas if I'm just using my head voice, but mixed with pharyngeal resonance, hear the difference? So almost always when you're singing in head voice, if you want to get any kind of power or control in the sound, you're going to need to mix it with some pharyngeal resonance. Now this is commonly called also placing it in the mask. So if you hear this term, place it in the mask or sing through your unicorn horn, put it toward the front of your face. People use all sorts of descriptors to talk about the sensation of getting the resonance, getting the vibrations to resonate closer to the front of your face. That's what we're talking about here. So it's my head voice, ah, but then I'm placing it closer to the front, which I can access by feeling a hum. And I really do recommend the hum if you're having trouble feeling that sensation, because it just brings everything forward right where you need it in the mask. Great exercise. Let's do a couple of those. Feel that energy building up. One more. All right, after you've explored that, then you can explore dropping your voice into chest resonance. The best way to access this, especially if you don't normally speak in this area of your voice, is just to practice using your speaking voice and just dropping it down. Hey, how are you today? Hey, how are you today? Obviously, chest voice is not a strength of mine personally as a high-speaking female. However, there is so much value, no matter your voice type. Work on all areas of your voice. If you're a baritone, you should still be accessing your head voice and falsetto regularly. If you're a mezzo, you should still be working on your head voice regularly, and vice versa. If you're a soprano, definitely develop your chest. Work on all areas of your voice, no matter your voice type, and you are going to see so much flexibility develop in your voice. This is because you're working out the antagonistic muscle pairs within your vocal musculature, and without that, you're going to be unbalanced. So to find the balance that you need in your vocal folds coordination, work on all areas of your voice, registration and resonance. Don't just work on your strength. Don't just work on your weak areas. Continue to improve and elevate all of these areas, and you will see your voice just blossom over time. So you'll want to practice accessing this through speech. If it feels difficult, drop it down into your speaking voice, and then copy your singing tone after your speaking voice. Hey, how are you today? Let's turn that into an exercise. Hey, how are you today? 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 Now, the interesting thing is you can hear it starting to get a bit scratchy in my throat. It's not my area of strength again. What I can do to help me though is if I feel this sensation where it's just starting to drop a little too much, I'm losing control over my tone, I'm going to mix in a bit of my pharyngeal resonance. And if I place this chest voice a little farther forward, so I'm mixing my chest resonance with my pharyngeal resonance, hey, 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 how are you today? Now look what happens. Hey, how are you today? Hey, how are you today? Now I can suddenly approach those low notes with more ease because I'm resonating at the front of my face, not just in my chest. I'm mixing those two resonances together. So that's something else you can give a try if you're finding that just dropping it down doesn't quite get the results that you want. All right, I'd like to close out with a fun exercise for vocal control. There's going to be two components. We're going to use changing vowels. we're going to change our resonance on each note. So we're going to start chest, mix head and chest, head, mix, chest, Give it a try with me. We'll start down here and do a few reps ascending. Here we go. So first you need a deep sustaining breath. If this is new to you, it will be challenging. Even if you're more experienced with flipping between resonances, it still takes a lot of concentration and coordination. So it's just a good way to check in with your voice, see how am I doing with navigating these resonance changes and controlling where I want to place my voice. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any topics you'd like me to cover in future tutorials, please just drop your suggestions in the comments, and remember to subscribe and like for more.